Welcome, Meteor fans, to the 35th version of the. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. The I don't know. This is like what, our sixth or seventh recording for the Meteor Club podcast Apprentice series.
Yeah, something like that.
And I've got my trusty sidekick here, Colby Cheese, with me. Welcome, Colby.
What is up?
Yeah. So it's funny. Like, all this stuff is just saved on my hard drive for the longest time because I want to finish this other YouTube end-slating app so I can.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can get the
That's the
links
reason
on
you're
there.
waiting. I was like, maybe he's just busy.
Yeah, no. I've actually got one like all ready to go, but it's annoying because I paid a guy to do all the little end slate animations and stuff and beginning animations, and I really I don't know, maybe this is terrible, but I want, if people are going to watch, I want them to either subscribe or get on the mailing list or something and somehow be in my gravity pull.
Well, we can just tell them, like, hey guys,
Yeah,
click that button.
yeah. We could.
Yeah, man.
But
you know what's gonna be funny is they're gonna watch if anyone is watching this series and they watch the last episode and then they watch this episode, there's gonna be a big difference.
Yeah, you're right, because like both of us trimmed our beards.
We both went like. Anyways.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, did y'all both lose a bet? I don't know.
Yeah, we bet we'd get this series out quickly. Oops.
We lost that one.
Yeah. All right, I'll share my screen. So something awesome happened yesterday. We were just kind of talking, and I was showing off the deployed version. So we're still getting this weird error. This has happened since the last time. I tried to deploy on Heroku, and I was getting some kind of weird like HTTP forcible redirect, and the browser would like tell you that the certificate was wrong. And there's no way in the world I'm going to pay Heroku $20 a month to host this site. Well, really, it'd be like $35 a month because whatever is kicking it over to SSL, like I'd have to get a true SSL cert as well. And I mean, there's just no point for this site, in my opinion. This is all public data. And so, like, I don't know. Like, I moved the thing to meteor.com just to see if it would fix the problems. And they've got, like, CNAME support as well. And so you can see, like, I put it over there at podcast.meteor.js.club. And it works, but then some people are still getting, like, this SSL cert error. But if you inspect it now, it actually says, like, the certificate's wrong because it's for meteor.com. So it's like they're pulling the right IP, but for some reason their browser wants to flip it over to HTTPS. And I was looking through the code last night. I don't see anything about forcing the SSL, so I'm just kind of like stumped by this. I was gonna deploy it on DigitalOcean the other day, but then it turns out that Meteor Up has broken their support for SSH agent because I have a passphrased key, SSH key. I can't use a key to deploy with MUP anymore. Wah, wah. So
go figure, right?
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Apparently I can roll back to 097, so I may try that later today. Just because the other thing is, like, right before we started recording, I pulled up podcast.meteor.js.club, and like the thing just sat there and spun for, I don't know, a minute and a half, and then I hit hard refresh, and all of a sudden it started working again. So it's like, that doesn't seem like an awesome experience. Yeah. And there's probably a lot of refactoring we could do in here with like template level subscriptions, because a lot of this stuff is static, so we don't need a spinner sitting there for a couple minutes while it's loading this data in the middle. We could just put a spinner over here.
That's easy enough to do, right?
Yeah. So I guess where we left off is that all this stuff kind of works here. You click this guy, it works. And yesterday we were showing it off, and someone in the chat room was like, "Oh, I'd love if you had like, speed controls and 30-second skip and all that kind of stuff in your like native HTML player up here. And I'm like, well, it's just HTML5 and the repo is open source. And I was just kind of like half joking, thinking we might get around to it at some point. And then like, boom, we got a pull request from the guy.
Yay, open source.
Yes, that was
That's
awesome.
great.
So first off, I believe it's Robin. So I want to say thank you, Robin, for the pull request. And I just thought we could look over the code here and just kind of see what's going on here. And so he added a podcast player dot style sheet here with a
Okay.
CSS. And did he refactor? No. Okay. So I think maybe this is all the stuff he added.
So he did some styling to make it look not crappy, I'm guessing. I guess we can
Yeah.
find out, right?
Yeah. And then he's got, oh, look, he refactored into a podcast player. And then down here, rather than just using an audio tag, he's calling the podcast player
Mm-hmm. He pulls in the template.
template. Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay. And so all he did was basically just add some buttons to kind of make his own.
Yeah, because the other one was using, I guess, like an iframe, and we couldn't control it for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's why he did all this. I'm guessing.
Well, if you remember where we left off, I know it's been a while. We just had our audio tag here because we couldn't control the iframe, right? And we wanted to have this this button right here actually trigger the playing of this episode up top. So that was the big reason for it. And so
exactly, yeah.
This actually looks way more complex. So he's got the rewind, the current time, progress, duration. So he's actually just created an entire setup here, like the UI here. And he's got the audio player still there, so it's the same as it was before. But I think this is all just like over the PCast player is overlaid on top of it. And then inside of here, on rendered, it looks like he sets up a bunch of variables. Yeah, he sets up speed.
Okay.
That's the audio.
So he's doing some jQuery.
Player, yeah. It's interesting. Where's he?
It looks like there's a link there. I guess he just pasted this over like a.
Oh yeah. Nice. So I think the only thing I'd say here is this would be better. How can we do that? That'd be this. So basically, whenever you're in a template, you can say like template $, and it's going to scope that query to just inside the template. Which I mean, it's not like crazy to just search the entire DOM.
Oh, right. So because he's using $.pcast player rather than using the Meteor template.
It's not terrible. I think so. I'm thinking like this context would be actually that's probably not even true because we're inside a tracker auto run, so we lose that. Would be my guess. So I don't know. We can probably play with that after we accept it.
So I've never messed with a lot of polling requests, but whenever you take this request here, can you pull it into your own branch to test it out and then merge it with your master?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never figured that out myself either. I'm pretty sure I can.
Because stuff like this is like, well, it looks like it might work, but
yeah, I think because he's a fork of it, I would have to go pull his branch off his fork. So I'd have to like click through and grab his. As far as I know, I'd have to grab his repo and pull in that branch. But I'll probably just let's do that actually. Let's see it in action.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a fail. So if we click view, it should take us to his. Yeah, there we go. And we'll just add that as remote. So just add that there, and then I can do a git fetch r Carter, and then git checkout dash t r Carter / audio controls, I believe it is. There we go. And so that the dash T sets up a tracking branch, so it pulls it from his version. Yeah, so if we look at the logs, you can see he's got the version there, his commits there at the top.
Cool.
Now we do a meteor run. I think mostly what we want to do here is just see it in action and make sure that all the functionality is working the way we want.
Yeah, exactly. Make sure it doesn't completely blow up.
Yeah, hand test, which maybe is a once we get through this. Whoa! Oh, I did it again, man! I did this earlier too.
It's rough.
Such is the life. You know what we should do is steal the code from like letterpress or something. Like Sam wrote a little snippet of code that throws an error that if you try to start the app without passing a settings file, it like craps out and gives you an error message that says,
Oh, it tells you to actually run it with the
yeah,
file.
yeah, which I think is cleaner, right? So the
Yeah,
error
you
the
know
error
what's
we
going
just
on.
got there was like an authentication failure, which isn't like super helpful.
Yeah, unless you know.
Oh, nice. There we go. Look at that thing.
Okay, that doesn't look bad at all. I mean,
Yeah.
the other one was just actually the other one looked kind of different depending on which browser you're in. You might check it out in Firefox, but this might actually look better in Firefox than the other one did because the other one looked kind of weird in Firefox. So this makes it more consistent. That's great.
Oh yeah, totally. Look at that. Because it's using I think I noticed a lot of the stuff is just coming from Bootstrap itself rather than from native audio player.
Okie doke.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, a little bit more like squared off, but that's fine. It looks fine.
Can you hear that?
No,
No.
I don't hear your computer audio. Does the play button still work?
Let's see. Yeah, totally works.
Yay!
The rewind button is set to 30 seconds. That works.
Cool.
If we set this to
Awesome.
2x.
Yeah.
It's you speaking at 2x. That's funny.
I can't listen to podcasts unless there's an audio speed control, so I'm glad he added that.
Well, now you can. Yeah, so I think probably the only thing I would change is, you know, it might be nice to see like when you click here have a drop down. And when you click here, this is just a mute and unmute. I don't know. What did we have before? Did we have like a
Well, just the default volume control for the browser, which is fine. It works, but it doesn't use
Yeah,
your volume.
so I think the only thing we're missing is just the volume slider.
Yeah.
Which, you know, we could probably go back at some point.
Yeah, it might be something we can find and copy paste in or something.
Copy pasta. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't know. I say ship it. It's good enough. We added some functionality. We lost a little, but I think the added functionality is good.
Cool. Yeah, we can create a little issue for creating a volume slider because that's definitely something we will want to add. But
Yeah. Come on, man. This Zoom thing never seems. It seems to be in the right spot.
Oh.
Let's see. Okay, so we'll come back over here. Pull requests. Merge. Confirm. Issue. New issue. Oh, yeah, Rob. I guess he goes by Rob. Rob Carter. Uh, all right, so that looks good. And so, like, I haven't touched Cucumber in forever.
Hmm.
But my thought was maybe we could work on that a little bit today.
Sweet.
Um, and so if we want to see it in action, we just do right now. It's just Meteor deploy podcast.meteor.js.com, and then you can actually honestly, I love the way you can deploy with this Meteor deploy. Wish they were
Yeah,
all like that because
that would be lovely.
I can just point it at the settings file and it'll read it and make sure it gets set as the environment variable. Everybody should do that.
Why don't they?
I don't know. Most of them don't take the time to think about that process, I guess. I think you can. No, Mup tells you to set it in his mup.json file.
Hmm.
So I don't know.
Everyone's got their own best practices they stick to, but
Yeah,
that's pretty simple right there.
let's see if we can see a hot code push. Maybe. Boom! There it goes. Ah, look at that.
Lovely.
Awesome.
Oh, yep, there it is. I saw it on my screen too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So yeah, my thoughts are here. Well, we did talk about maybe doing an audit on the packages that we have installed too. Maybe we should start that real quick before we add any more.
It's not playing for me on the deploy though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think it's. Let me see. It's like when I click the episode, it's not playing for some reason.
It's working for me. Are
Oh,
you in?
I don't know. That's weird.
We'll have to cross-browser test as well. Are you using Chrome?
No, I was trying to in Firefox, so
Ah,
try.
I don't think it
I
worked.
can't. I get the SSL error on Chrome.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not working for me on Firefox either.
I can hear it now on your end.
Bizarre.
Oh well. Interesting.
Oh, I don't think I can. Oh, yeah, I can use it here. Okay. Let's see, Safari. Yeah. Okay. It's working in Safari, so it's just not working in Firefox.
Interesting. Okay, so probably just some kind of cross-browser thing we gotta. All right. Cool.
Did I submit that? Why is that still there as a new issue? Yeah. Weird.
Maybe we're missing like a WebKit call or something on the CSS. I don't know. I'll have to look into it, I guess.
I'm going to keep referencing him. Maybe he'll fix it for us.
Yeah. Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, weird. Okay. Good stuff. Nah.
No way. All right. Yeah. So let's just let's look through the packages real quick. So .meteors packages. So we're definitely using Stylus and Bootstrap 3, Font Awesome, Iron Router. Clearly, we're using Spin, Coffee Script. Pretty sure. No, we're not using Simple Form anymore, are we?
No, because we don't have any need for forms. I think we took it out because of the little
Yeah.
whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
I always forget the name of it.
Yeah, now that we're auto importing the episodes.
Yeah,
Same
the
thing with
synchron.
user accounts, right? We totally don't need user accounts anymore either, or accounts password. Because all the data is coming from.
Yeah, you're right, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
true.
I see no reason for that. All right, we should build more apps this way.
No users.
Yeah, it's almost like a little like we've created a microservice here, right? Like it's just a microservice that consumes an API and shows some data in a way, and like the main service lives over at Simplecast, which
Mm-hmm.
maybe gets expensive for me, but whatever.
Oh.
Media remove, Josh Owens, simple form.
Yeah, but I guess Simplecast does a lot of stuff for you automatically that would be a pain to do on your own.
Yeah, so the funny part is I've written the code before, right? So I had a previous podcasting platform that I built, and it was open source, um, and it was all done in Meteor. But mainly, it's like generating the RSS feeds and handling file uploads and that kind of stuff is what you have to deal with there.
Okay.
Which isn't terrible, but at the same time, like I don't know. I think this is the way I'll go forward with like adding podcasts. Mongo's fine. We don't need roles anymore, right? Alienating
Nope.
roles.
Don't need roles, accounts, passwords.
Yep. All right. So with remove an ad, you can. I don't know if you knew this, but you can actually specify multiple packages.
You know, I don't ever do it by the command line. I just go to the file and just delete it.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's so
Yeah.
much easier because we use Vim. It's fast, so
Yeah. Yeah, that's
faster
true.
than typing it in.
That's true.
Just DD. So.
Huh. It didn't like warn me to auto refresh the file or anything. That was weird. All right. Meteor run.
Oh, and as a side note, I did send you the simple code to add tmux pane resizing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at you. You asked me earlier how to highlight.
Yeah, I just did it manually. I don't know how to do it the easy way, if there is one.
So you just click the number here.
Oh.
And then if you want like to highlight a section, you just hit shift and click the other number.
So much. Yeah, I literally just typed it in.
It's like it's intuitive, but it's not intuitive till you realize that like
so you do it right.
clicking the number does it. Like I think when the feature came out, I think I read the blog post or something. But
well, there you go.
Yeah, and so it's nice. And basically all it's doing is just adding the hashtag up there with the line numbers highlighted. They picked that up down below here in the app.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah, nice. Okay, so resize the pane. Can you... Oh, okay, so basically you just hold down shift and hit the down arrow key. Like you'll just hit the arrow key repeatedly till you get it the size you want.
Mm-hmm.
That's not terrible. Yeah, that's not terrible. All right. All right. So we audited those packages and removed them, and we broke some crap.
Go figure.
Which probably is the router, and I'm guessing.
We might have one of those routes that redirects you.
Yeah.
On before
this guy.
Aha! There you go.
And then
no problem.
We don't need new episode anymore either, do we? I thought you had removed that in a pull request. Maybe I'm crazy.
Maybe not.
Yeah. All right, we'll take those out. Still breaking some crap. Oh yeah, we don't need. Guess we can just straight up.
I love deleting code, man. That's the best. It's like I was telling my sister, I was like, deleting code is like you go into a room with like a bunch of nice glass stuff, that took a long time to build, and then you just break it. It feels good. It's like, all right.
Uh-oh. What did we break here? App server.js?
So much.
Git podcast? Why would that break? Oh, geez. I forgot to start it with the settings again, man. This is killing me.
you gotta do the up arrow
Oh,
key instead
crap.
of touch it.
Yeah, crap. Stop. Apparently, once you start
Can't control
deploying,
see that?
yeah,
Oh.
it takes a while.
That's weird.
There we go. I hit the wrong one.
That's good stuff.
I look like a noob here. Such is life. All right,
Such is
so
life.
what's that error now? Call of undefined. Why is that undefined?
Cannot call method call. What? Where are we calling call? What?
Line.
HTTP call meteor.h. Did you delete the HTTP package? Wait, that's not a package. Is it a package?
Yeah, it's a package. I don't think I
Okay.
deleted it. Were we? I wonder if we were getting it because of something else. Oops. Meteor packages. Yeah, we were getting it because of something else. We'll use the Colby method.
Yeah, man, it works.
Yeah, someone asked me that the other day. Like, can you just edit that file directly? It's like, yeah, actually you can. There's no real downside because when it starts, it should detect. So normally when you do the Meteor add, it's going to download it right then. But if you just add it to this file, it's going to go out and grab, look through that file and then grab anything it doesn't have anyway. So that's kind of nice. All right, so we're back to running. There we go. Removed some packages. I'm feeling a little better about that. Now we don't have a bunch of
there's random stuff we don't need.
Yeah. Probably slim down the size too of that file.
Yeah.
JS file.
I saw someone post on, I don't know, like the forums or Reddit or something about him being able to maybe remove the jQuery dependency from Meteor, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah,
That's a pretty big one though.
I think by default, like when you run a Meteor app, the minified size of the JS ball of code is like 0.5 meg by default, without adding any other packages or doing anything else. And so that's kind of large. It would be nice to maybe get that a little smaller.
A lot of things happen in there for sure.
Okay, yeah, that's the, we removed all that code. All right. What is that one? Fixes number 9.
Sweet.
Push that guy up. What? Oh gosh, look at me. Like
lovely.
Totally in the wrong spot. Git checkout master, git pull origin master, and then
bam.
Git checkout audio controls, git log. This is so stupid. I can't believe I did this. So if we grab the SHA, what I can do is go back to master now that we're up to date and just do git cherry pick. Give it the SHA, and it'll just pull that one commit over for us. Git push origin master.
What does cherry pick do? I've seen that before, but
it's just pulling one commit, basically.
Okay.
So
okay.
Just think of it as like, if you're going to cherry pick out of a list of tickets to work on. You're just picking the one that you want to work on, right? So
Right.
it's kind of the same thing there. That's actually what I did the other day. We were working on that project together, and like your branch got behind the merged like master version, and so I just went and cherry picked like your 3 commits over instead.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like it can be like really simple or really complicated, depending on what you do.
Yeah. Totally agree. Totally agree. All right. So now we want to do. You know what? Let's. No, we want creator.io. So like I'm missing all those autocomplete URLs now that I had to reset my browser history.
That's annoying.
Oh,
I have to slowly build them back up.
so annoying. You see, like I typed CR and it assumed Craigslist. Like who? No Craigslist.
I don't know.
Oh boy. Okay.
Actually, I've had some good luck using Craigslist. I sold my PC on there.
Oh my gosh. We put up our couch the other day, and like I don't even understand how this scam works, but this is the second time we've put it up, and they contact you and they're like, oh well, I can't make it there because I work on a construction site and I can't get away. It's like over a 2-hour drive, so I'll send you the cash via PayPal, and then I'll have a shipper come pick it up. And I'm like, I don't even understand how the scam works. Like, are they just gonna like try to refund, like issue like a refund through PayPal after they get the couch, or
I think they can do that. Yeah.
They're
talking like.
But whatever. Like, no, cash in person.
Yeah, exactly. You don't take anything from out of towners on Craigslist. No way.
So stupid. So I was looking here. I wanted to take a look at this. We talked about this on the last podcast, 64, and I just wanted to kind of see. It's been a while. Oh, that's a CSS fail right there.
Interesting.
When I copy it, it's like black on black.
Whoops.
So we'll add Cucumber, which should give us everything we need.
Yeah. Does it automatically add like velocity though and all that?
I believe it does.
I guess it'll tell you, right?
Yeah. June 11th. This update's from a couple days ago. Oh, I see. So Sam's changed how some of this has worked. That's why I'm looking at this post rather than like my own post. Cause
gotcha. Yeah, that's.
Oh, you still there? Oh boy. Downloading packages, and I think Kobe froze as a result. Here we go. Got the packages. Hey.
Yeah, my internet like randomly DC'd for a second.
Oh, I thought maybe it was me. So I just I switched to my wired Ethernet. What happened to the view? Oh, there we go. Okay, I don't know. That was weird. Zoom, you're weird.
yeah. My view went from one monitor to the other randomly.
Yeah.
Why do you do that?
Yeah. Well, so like I've got the main monitor over here that I'm sharing with you, and then over here, like I've got the video of you and I talking back and forth, which I think overlays on the recorded video. But It's like all of a sudden I disappeared out of that. All right. Blow that up. All right. So,
Oh man.
bless you.
I sneezed my headset off.
I was looking at the screen and totally missed it. That would have been awesome. I'll rewatch that video just for that.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Look, we were talking about mistyping meteor in
You
the
did.
chat room. I just did it.
Don't forget them settings.
Oh God, I did it. I did it.
Goodness.
Oh, and I can't, like, it wasn't an easy one to up arrow. Don't you love that? Like, you get to the point where you up arrow so much, you didn't really save any typing.
Yeah, see, that's why I have two splits on my tmux. Like one for the server, and then the one for everything else. That way, I don't have to worry about that. I can always up arrow.
There we go.
No matter how many Git stuff I do.
Yeah. So I was doing that for a while, but then I felt like they were hard to read, like having two splits at the bottom. So I don't know. I'm still not sold.
Yeah. You know, sometimes what I'll do is, like, if I'm gonna do some Git stuff like that, is I can have a hotkey to open a new split, or like horizontally or vertically. So I'll just do like Control A H, and it'll make a horizontal split. I'll do all the command line stuff, and then I'll close that pane.
So the way I did it before is I'd hit Control Z right here and just do it in this window, and then just foreground the Vim again, because that's like kind of my big window. So I don't know. Like I'm still.
So I've got so I can do Control A H, and it creates a new Vim, a new tmux split. And then I can do, if I want to be big, I can do Control A Z, and it zooms the tmux split. And then I can do all this stuff, and then I can just do like Control A X, and it closes that pane.
Nice.
So
yeah,
sounds like a lot, but it's really simple when.
Yeah, I should remap some of these too, because like, so I use Control J, but like doing a new vertical splits like double quotes. That's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I got a lot of ideas from Upcase. They have a really good, I guess, T Pope or some guy over there. He's got all kinds of cool videos that like show you his tmux setup and kind of walks you through like some really cool ideas for commands. So we got some really cool ideas there. Anyways, that's random. Talking sessions.
Yeah. You guys can all see I can't spell. I use spell check to fix it all before I post it.
Hey man, that's what technology is for, right?
I guess makes me look like a genius. All right, so we got Velocity installed. It looks like it's running, but does it not? Oh, yeah, it comes with.
Oh, they made it smaller. Cool.
Yeah.
I remember last time I tried to use it, it was a big green dot.
Yeah, well, and then on top of that, I'm pretty sure they've made it. I don't know if it's movable.
It's blue now instead of green.
Yeah. Well, it's blue when it's running. It's green or red when it finishes. And so because I don't have any tests,
of course it's not. Yeah.
Fail.
Okay.
So I added sample tests.
Is there a hotkey for that? I'm sure there is, right? Instead of pushing it.
Oh, that's a terrible hotkey, but it's question mark.
Okay.
So generally, like, I don't know if you know this. If you go on like into Gmail, or you go into like, I think GitHub even does it. Like when you do question mark, it pulls up the hotkey window to show you what the possible hotkeys are.
Interesting. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah. So when you go into like, oh God, I can't even. I got the Gmail.
Yeah, man.
I'm in Chrome.
Oh, you
They
still
should
use
assume.
Gmail? Oh man, I need to send you an invite to Inbox.
Oh, I've got Inbox, but I was just
Oh,
showing
okay.
you the
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
So
that's so cool. But
yeah.
mine pulls up my my hotkeys for Vimium.
Mm.
I use the Vim for the browser.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So yes, they did hotkey it, but it's the question marks. So
Interesting. So I would probably have to remap that. I don't know if that would work. My Vimium would probably overwrite it. I don't know.
so I don't know if I need to do this or not. This makes me sad. Well, yeah, we're not. Maybe we are getting there. Let's check our browser or our console. We are.
Velocity reset.
A check error, huh? Expected string got undefined.
Is that from like default code that they add? Or?
Yeah. Does it, so I see check, velocity core. I like that there's one that's called maybe audit argument checks.
Maybe we'll do it.
Yeah.
We're up to it.
All right. So let's see what got added into test. Maybe that'll help us. Fixtures. Yeah, I don't think that's what we're calling though, or what's throwing the error. Test cucumbers, features, simple feature. Oh wow, this is like a little more in depth here. Given I'm a new user, what's that look like in our step definitions? So if you're not familiar with how Cucumber works, you define English features um, on the left there in your
Mm-hmm.
feature file, and then on the right, these individual lines like the given, when, thens
Mm-hmm.
translate over to the the steps on the in the right hand JavaScript file.
Mm-hmm.
And so it uses some fancy regex to do the matching for you, and it'll call the right method. And so, like in this one, given I'm a new user, just calls reset, which in this case does nothing. And
Yeah.
then given I
Yeah. Every time
navigate.
I've seen these, I'm like, oh my god, I gotta like do regex for every single test.
No, actually, you don't have to. That's the
Oh, okay.
funny thing. So, like, if I, well, we probably won't see it, but if I comment that out, it'll actually say like, "Hey, we can't find a matching step," and it'll spit out some regex based on the left hand, the English over here. It'll spit
Oh.
out your regex for you, and so anything that's in quotes, it'll treat as a variable
Hmm.
in your regex, and it'll give
Okay.
you
Well, that's useful.
this little matcher right
Yeah,
here.
I think like the one time I looked at Cucumber, I was like, I'm not gonna sit here and do regex for everything.
No, you really don't have to. So I
Okay.
think the only time you'd have to really kind of dig into it is if you don't like what it's outputting.
Okay. Fair enough. That's cool.
Um, I don't
Makes it a
know.
lot easier.
Like, let's go look and see if we can find this error somewhere. Maybe there's a velocity issue for it.
So it doesn't seem to go away even after.
Yeah, so maybe we try restarting one more time. So I'm guessing it's trying to reset the velocity results, and somehow that didn't work right.
Um.
So if
Is it?
if if you understand how velocity works, it's like it's got its own collection that lives in the app,
Yeah.
and people can report back. Like it'll decide that, hey, here's some tests, and then it says like, oh, hey, Cucumber needs to run this one. And it'll start a mirror, it'll run that, and then Cucumber reports those results back, and they get shoved into the database. And so I think maybe it was having trouble for some reason,
Hmm.
reporting back in for some reason. It's still not running our tests at all, though.
Hmm.
So do I need to test Cucumber. Yeah, npm install right here. It looks like that happened automatically though, because that didn't actually do anything. Huh. Let's see if it works. Starts a mirror. And so a mirror is just is like a separate version of our app that runs, and it's been instrumented with all the velocity and Cucumber stuff, so it can actually run the tests. Well, I guess the next step is to check this Cucumber log. I'll put that over here. Oh, I guess we don't need the cat. Already had tail on it. Cucumber is running. Oh, looks like it did actually run that time. Yeah, so there you go. There's the.
All right.
See how it spits the.
It gives you the stuff you need.
Yeah. So I guess the major shift here is that this stuff used to spit out into the main console, and they're not doing that anymore. And I think maybe part of that reason is because you get this funky cruft here on your, like the timestamp on the front of this, and so it's kind of gnarly to like copy and paste.
Yeah.
And so maybe the better thing is just to have like this running log kind of off to the side somewhere in the tmux, so we can see what's happening. And so if I uncomment this guy up top and save again, we should get the actual failure we want.
Given a user, navigate to there.
There we go.
Bam. Fancy.
So the way that I would put this is, given I am a new visitor. Shh. Told you I can't spell. The other thing here that's interesting is that by default, it's only going to run this dev tag.
By default.
Yeah. So when you're in dev mode, you put the dev tag on what you're working on, and it'll only run that test. And so,
instead of running like all tests,
yeah,
you can have it run the important one so it doesn't go slow.
Right. And so I think I can say --test here, and it may do the right thing and run all the tests for us.
Oh, I see.
And same thing, the ignore tag will be completely ignored.
Got it. So Cucumber is a form of like end-to-end testing, correct?
Yeah. Okay. So we're able to basically, it's going to load up the Cucumber. I think by default it's using, you can use, I think Zombie is the default, but we're not using Zombie. We're maybe using, it's something else. What's it called? But it's just like a headless browser. GitHub.
Phantom, right?
Maybe.
That's what I thought.
WebDriver. So, and WebDriver has a version that works with Phantom, but you could also switch it out for Selenium or Sauce Labs. And then I think there's maybe more integration than that, but you'd have to look at WebDriver to figure that out. And so it's got a good API here that you can take a look at. And these are all the calls that we kind of get access to.
All right, and this is the headless browser API thing, right? That works with the other. Okay.
Yeah, and so by default, like you said, it's using Phantom under the covers, and so this is all being set up for us. But yeah, you can see right here, we can tell it to use Chrome instead if we wanted to, and it would fire a Chrome version and use that to run.
That's cool.
Yeah. Or Selenium.
But obviously you don't want to do that because that'd be slow.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, you can, and then the other cool thing is you can use something like Sauce Labs and tell it to load in IE, and it'll should theoretically run the same tests in that browser. So there we go. Okay. Nice. So when I did the dash test, you could see it actually ran all 3 scenarios.
Okay.
And that's kind of expected. So the first thing I'm going to do is let's get rid of, honestly, all these can go away.
So do you like to personally start with like doing a couple end-to-end tests and then dive into like unit stuff, or how do you?
Yeah. So the way I always approach it is you do golden path testing, and that's just like, that's a fancy way to say, what's the best way to describe this? So if your CEO is going to give a presentation and he's pitching for money, what are going to be the features that he's going to show off during that presentation on the live application? And that's the crap you want to test, right? With your end-to-end, because you always want to make sure that works before you deploy it. And so that's kind of the way I would think about it, for sure.
That's kind of how you will do your test coverage. Is it's just like kind of logical. Like start with the most important stuff first.
Yeah.
And then work your way down, basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's fairly makes sense.
So I think maybe the funky thing for us is the fact that we have an external dependency, and so Sam gets all technical, and he calls it like a boundary, and this is where you want to draw a boundary between like your code and someone else's code, basically, or like a dependency on the internet. So like the API code that you wrote, we'd probably want to write like basically what amounts to like a fake or a stub or something. But the good thing is, I think, and looking at the time, I'm guessing we'll have to do this next time.
Sure.
We're gonna have to like have it. We'll use the HTTP interceptor. That's what it's called, to grab that data, and then we'll fake out the calls at that point, and we can return like one piece of podcast data, and then like everything should function, and we should get a podcast on the page, and then we can start testing some stuff. Or we could fake out 2, so that way we can make sure the switching's working correctly and all that kind of stuff.
Nice.
So I think the things we care about are, 1, the page is loading with the data from the episode. So we actually, I think we can do better than that. We don't have to fake it. We can just insert some fixtures, like 2 episodes into the database or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then we don't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of curious about all this now.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of ways to go about it.
Well, I'm wondering if the synchron is actually running. Is kind of what I was thinking in my head.
Right. Okay. So basically, like
in the mirror.
Yeah, because the mirror, doesn't it start
its own database? Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you can do too is just grab this URL here, and you can load this up, and it'll work just like your Meteor app, but it's just been instrumented with the velocity stuff. It's gonna make a liar of me. Waiting for localhost.
Is it running?
There. It's started the proxy, but it's not fully running.
Oh.
There we go. Now it's running.
There
we go.
Dang.
Yeah. So we actually already have all the data. But so the problem here becomes, if we write a test that looks for learning and teaching all things Meteor, right here, like this top tag, as soon as I deploy a new version, that test is going to start failing. So we want like a...
You want to stub that out somehow, right? Or whatever the word is.
Yeah. Well, honestly, we probably just want to stub it and not. We can either return the data that we want, or we could just tell it to just stub it, don't return anything, and then just do fixtures ourselves. I think either way works fine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that'll probably be our next step. And then, so let's just get, we'll get like one stupid test working. Maybe we can look for like this right here. What is
Okay, just so productive.
Yes, just to have a passing test.
Our hello world test.
Yes, essentially. So it's an H1 tag. So,
So does this work kind of like a jQuery type of thing, or?
Sort of. So you get this client call here that's available to us, and that's basically the WebDriver object. And so we can say, like we're saying, wait for the body, something in the body to be visible, right? So we have wait for visible. There's another one to active, maybe visible. Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay, so I see the comment. It's talking about it uses some WebDriver API to chain into.
Okay. So I don't know where get title is coming from. Maybe that's a WebDriver call.
Well, yeah, if it's chaining from the WebDriver call.
Right.
Because the wait was a dot, so maybe.
Utility.
I wonder if there's a dash documentation for WebDriver.
Oh, that would be awesome. I need to get dash.
You know, it's cool. So recently I added dash to Vim. So like if I was looking at what you were looking at, I can push spacebar D, and it would just go to the dash documentation for what I was moused over.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then if I want to like do whatever I want, I can do like spacebar shift D and then type in the word that I want to look up in dash, and it'll look it up.
How does it know? Like dash just knows you're a meteor, or it just looks through like all the different documentation and so on?
It's just a little simple plugin I installed in Vim, and I just assigned the hotkey that says to call. It just opens dash with the right, I guess API call or whatever. So,
are you specifying somehow that it's Meteor or WebDriver or?
Yeah, like it'll use the file name, I think. So like if I'm in a JavaScript file and I hit spacebar D on a map or something like that, it'll go look up map for JavaScript basically. And if it doesn't look up the right thing, I literally just click it and change it. I don't know if have you used Dash before?
No, I haven't. I actually don't own it. It's only like $20 though. I should really.
Yeah, like you can use it for free. It's just annoying because you got to wait like 6 seconds.
Well, free to try. I guess I should try.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you can try it and like you'll be like, okay, I want this. Tired of waiting. It's useful. Like I use it kind of. I'm still getting the hang of it, so I use it kind of half and half. Sometimes I'll go look stuff up in Google, but honestly, Dash actually has a Google search inside of it. I just have to get the hang of not just going to Google. So I'm using it more and more lately. Anyways, WebDriver, let's find out.
So the matcher stuff seems to have changed a little bit as well.
The matchers like that you're used to using are changed?
Yeah, like he's got that get title should become, which I think is some of the promise stuff he's done. And I don't think the get title is part of get title. I don't think it's part of
Let me see. WebDriver Selenium. Oh. see if I can
Property.
find.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Get title.
Find it. Okay.
Yeah. So we can just do get text. Do we need the callback? It's optional. Okay. Callback. Gets called when the command finishes. Okay. So based on this, we should just be able to say get text. Just get rid of all this. And then if we just target this right, I think we could just say H1 right here. Because realistically, we should only have one on the page. So if that's not true, then fix that as well. Because that's an SEO thing.
So this is all right. So get text. So this is basically like instead of using jQuery, this is kind of like its own version of it, essentially.
Yeah. So I think under the covers, you use something like cross path selector or whatever. But yeah, it's just coming straight from WebDriver, allowing us to
Yeah.
do things.
Yeah, because it looks the same as jQuery. It's just instead of $, it's get text and then selector.
There's more to it though. I think
Okay.
you can target things in different ways, not just like jQuery selector ways.
Okay. Okay.
If that
Cool.
makes sense. I wonder if maybe they talk about that in the
Just a simple example. So.
selectors. Here we go. So you can do the CSS query. You can see here. You can do like this is gonna work off link text. You could do that, and then here's the XPath stuff. So you could use selectors like this too,
Oh.
which is ugly and weird, and
Yeah.
just
You have to.
not my thing.
You have to be a little masochistic for that one, huh?
I guess. Okay, all right. So we just
hi.
spit out all kind of like a huge wall of text here. Has no method.
Object.
Oh, should be. Somehow I deleted the B on B. That's confusing. Deleted the letter B off the word B. And we still get a huge wall of text.
Goodness. What else now? Let's see.
Wow, this is really big.
That's quite nice. Product B of object is not a function.
Oh. What are we returning? Let me go back. Get text probably does not return what we're expecting it to return. So get title. Huh. Get text looks like it should also work similarly.
How are you using B? Or should be. This client, wait for visible. Get text. Should.
Oh, you know what?
It's not should dot B, is it?
It's no. It should be become. I think is what it said. Diff. Oh, we don't get a diff because we haven't committed that code. I think it was become somehow. Like my Vim messed it up.
Is that part of Cucumber?
All green.
Sick.
Yeah, no, I'm guessing that's part of Sam's Cucumber, like the become stuff. So I was trying to pull.
This is like his fork of it, essentially, for Meteor.
So I'm not going to say for sure that that's the truth, but I think maybe that's the truth because he's wrapped everything up to be. Oh, look at that! Yeah, so you can tell it to run in like Firefox or Chrome or whatever.
Sweet.
I wonder. Huh.
He's got to have Cucumber.js. Oh. I know there's Cucumber in Dash. Let me cucumber.
So what I'd like to figure out is maybe not Sauce Labs, but they've got this Appium.
Mm-hmm.
So this allows you to like do device testing as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I'd like to figure out how to get this working as well, because then you'd be able to test your Cordova application and you can like
Oh, that'd be nice.
simulate all kinds of stuff, which I think would be crazy awesome to like hook it up so that it's like generating your Cordova app, firing an Appium, and then like doing all this stuff.
That'd be helpful for multiple reasons.
Yes. One of which
Speaking
is
of Cordova.
Yes, you and I are working on a project together for a client that's using Cordova, so that's why we're interested.
Yeah, for anyone wondering.
Um,
There's actually Cordova for Dash. Interesting.
oh, nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of things they don't have, but you can add more.
But so did they have the WebDriver stuff?
They didn't have WebDriver IO, but
Okay.
I have to look up. I think there's a way to like add stuff. I just don't know how it works yet, so I'd have to look that up.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So like I think this is good enough for today, right? Like we've got.
Yeah, we have our passing test.
Yeah. And so then we'll dig in next time. Like I think we've gotten over all this cruft of like getting everything set up. So we'll work on faking out the call, the synchron call, maybe returning data we care about. I think to me that at least tests that particular path without having to go right. Like normally I'd probably write unit tests to make that work. So yeah. But we'll figure that out next time, and then we'll do a test to make sure like the episodes are showing, and then if we get far enough, maybe we can like click the play button and make sure that I don't know if we have a test for like is audio playing.
Right.
And then that's interesting too, because I guess we would just test for the existence of the audio player. Because the file would be on the internet still, and I don't know that I want to like put a file into our fixtures right now. I don't know if that's super interesting.
Yeah, because we just need to figure out a way to say, hey, this thing is getting the data that it needs. Like the most important thing is that you can click it, and it will pull that particular audio file up into the player.
Yeah, up into the top, like loaded in as the audio file. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we'll probably just we'll put one of the files in public. We'll put like a sample file in public or something. I don't know. We'll figure this out though. So
cool. All right, sounds fun. Like we got some stuff to think about.
Yeah, and the other thing I'll do off camera is probably hook this up to like Travis CI and have it run our tests on commit, and then we'll have like if the build's green, we're good to go, and then like it'll start doing the same thing on pull requests. So as we start to build up a test suite and we start to do kind of pull requests, then we'll know did you break something, that kind of thing. So
nice.
That'd be good too.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. And I'd say we'll be back next week, but I don't know. We can't have a timeline until I start uploading these things.
That would be good. We should probably get on that.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. We will have more. I think this has been a fun project. So tune in next time, I guess. This video has been a Space Dojo production. You can click the Learn More button to find out more about us at spacedojo.com. Or you can click the subscribe button to get notified about new videos we put out each week. Thanks for watching.